Lenten Thoughts, Day 7. It is written, "My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves." The Savior had just cause for indignation when he saw a group of merchants profaning the temple of his Father with a trade unworthy of such a holy place. But to speak truthfully, the holy outburst of anger displayed on this occasion had a deeper object than the desecration of the external temple. What grieved him the most was seeing countless souls profane their hearts, the true temple of God, through a criminal attachment to earthly goods and a base avarice that filled their entire hearts. The Son of God called these avaricious men thieves. It was doubtless that he was referring to their hearts when he declared that they had made the Lord's temple a den of thieves. Since Jesus Christ called the avaricious thieves, let us expose their thefts here and strive to bring them to justice. The avaricious rob in three ways. Number 1. The avaricious rob God. The avaricious rob God of his divinity by adoring gold and silver in his place. They fail to recognize his divine presence, for their eyes are fixed only on their treasure. As St. Augustine says, how can the avaricious look upon God when they have eyes only for earthly goods? The avaricious do not fear God's justice because they imagine that their money will deliver them from every danger. They do not reflect on his mercy or heavenly rewards because they place all their happiness in their wealth. They do not acknowledge his power, being moved only by the sovereign power of their gold. Nor do they trust in his providence, as all their hope rests on the goods they have amassed. In the end, they destroy even the notion of his divinity, recognizing no other God than their gold and silver. The prophet Isaiah had good reason to say that as soon as love for gold and silver entered the world, it was filled with idols and false gods. As soon as avarice entered the world, it drove out the true God and replaced him with idols of gold and silver. This was the just complaint the Lord made through his prophet. To be rich, according to the same prophet, is practically synonymous with being idolatrous. The Apostle St. Paul also warns us that if we do not root out avarice from our hearts, we will abandon the worship of the true God to worship idols. Avarice introduced idolatry into the world, as evidenced by the golden calf, which the Jewish people placed in the position of the true God. Saint Chrysostom notes that avarice also brought heresy into the Church of Jesus Christ. If there were no avarice, there would not be heresy. Remove the love of money and heresies will cease. Indeed, avarice even caused the death of Jesus Christ and sought to destroy his religion. Judas betrayed the Lord for silver. A Holy Father offers a striking observation. Judas returned the silver to the temple, saying, he returned the 30 pieces of silver, and throwing the 30 pieces of silver into the temple, he departed. Why, asks the Father, did this traitor bring his money into the Lord's temple instead of keeping it in a coffer? It was because this wretched man regarded his silver as his God. By bringing it into the temple, he implicitly acknowledged it as the only God he had ever known. Avarice blinds the eyes and enslaves the soul. God did not give man wealth so that he might adore it. Rather, he gave temporal goods so that man might more ardently pursue heavenly goods, and out of gratitude love and serve him more faithfully. But through the most criminal ingratitude, men use God's gifts against him. They turn wealth, which should lead them to God, into gods of their own making. As the Lord reproaches through his prophet, I multiplied their silver and gold, but they used it to make Baal. The wise man calls the gold of the avaricious the gold of priests. Gold is the stumbling block of those who worship it. This expression shows that the avaricious sacrifice no less to gold and silver than priests do to the living God. The holy man Job declared his faithfulness to God by affirming that he had never adored money. If I have regarded gold as my strength. Saint Leo the Pope observes that when Satan failed to destroy the true religion through the cruelty of tyrants, he introduced avarice into the world, which led to even greater sacrifices to idols than tyrants' cruelty ever demanded. Help us at gofundme.com/restore-immaculate. Thank you for your Lenten generosity. May God bless you.